The first stage of steelmaking is the smelting process. Smelting is performed in the blast furnace, where the iron ore is reduced to molten pig iron at a heat of 1600 degrees Celsius. The blast furnace is a 12-story high complex of boilers, stoves, and a furnace. A continuous blast of hot air and gases from the stoves burns the coke in the furnace, hence the name blast furnace. Once in blast, the furnace operates continuously, sometimes for years. Feeding the furnace is ongoing as each successive smelt takes place. The first part of the steelmaking process begins when the iron ore, limestone, and coke are removed from the stockpiles to a transfer car by a clamshell bucket. The transfer car is then moved to the pocket beside each blast furnace site, and from these pockets, charges of coke, iron ore, and limestone are successfully placed in the blast furnace by means of the self-dumping skips, which are operated in balance. This process is carried on until the blast furnace is completely filled with layers of these products. A battery of hot stoves is used in connection with each blast furnace unit to preheat the air going into the blast furnace. Finally, the charges in the blast furnace reach the stage where molten iron is produced. In the cast house, common sand is used for flooring to prevent the liquid iron from sticking to the troughs or runners. The pig iron is cast every 4 hours. The mud seal of the salamander is broken, and the red-hot liquid metal flows into the troughing on the cast house floor. The iron ore has reduced to iron by the action of the limestone and the coke. During the cast, hot metal is collected with a hand ladle and poured into a test block. The sample is taken to the lab for testing to ensure the proper composition of the pig iron. In all, about 100 tests are conducted throughout the whole process of steelmaking. Towards the end of the cast, the gate is poked to allow the flow of slag to move into another direction. Slag, which is made of impurities, is important because it indicates the quality of the iron. The slag is cooled and later used for different purposes, including concrete construction and road building. From the cast house, the pig iron flows into torpedo ladles. These ladles keep the metal at a high temperature until it is refined as steel in the next step.